Hello, it's Mark here from Make Him Yours, and today we are discussing a male dating type that you do not want to find yourself ending up with. It's the emotionally unavailable partner. Now, a few days ago we talked about the emotionally unavailable guy, so you can check that video out, but today we are discussing the partner, what happens when you're actually with one. It is one of the most dissatisfying and hurtful relationships you can possibly end up in. Make sure you stay tuned and don't forget to download the 10 male dating personalities that lead to heartbreak from the link here in the description below. See you in just a second. Welcome to the video, and today we are discussing the emotionally unavailable partner. Now, this guy is one of the most toxic male dating personalities that you can possibly find yourself ending up with. And a lot of women underestimate, in fact, just how much unhappiness this guy can lead to. You know, women say to me, well, Mark, at least he's not a controlling guy, right? At least he's not an addict. At least he's not a player. This is like you saying to me, hey, Mark, your cat bit you in the face, but at least your cat isn't a tiger. In all seriousness, the emotionally unavailable partner can lead you to a life of emptiness and unhappiness in your relationships. Relationships literally mean to relate. It's about forming connection. It's about sharing emotional experiences with someone else. It's having that person there to emote with and connect with. And a relationship with an emotionally unavailable partner is one that's void of connection. Essentially, you end up with a roommate that you have sex with for 40 years, and it is one of the most dissatisfying and hurtful relationships you can possibly end up in. So today, I'm going to give you 5 signs to know that you're with this type of guy. But first, I want to talk a little bit about where emotional unavailability comes from. Why do men struggle to be emotionally available? Well, there's a few factors playing a part that challenge men when it comes to sharing their emotions. Firstly, there's their evolutionary brain. Now, men in tribes were taught not to show emotions, especially negative or weak emotions, because the tribe would lose faith in them if they did. Men learned that if they were worried or anxious, that they process those emotions internally and then come back to the tribe with a confident answer. You see, if a man's tribe lost faith in him, then he wouldn't have much of a tribe. Whereas this wasn't such an issue for evolutionary women. Now, as it is, even with that, men also grow up being told by fathers often not to show emotions, or that it's not manly to show emotions. And not only that, they get a lot less practice. As a woman, you tend to talk to your girlfriends about how you feel, and you get good at communicating how you feel and recognizing how you feel. Whereas a lot of men don't do that at all. So not only do they have brains that aren't as wired to doing that, but they don't get a lot of practice with their buddies. And as if all those factors weren't enough, if the guy's had some sort of trauma on top of that, say he lost someone who was very close to him and that emotionally scarred him, or if he's had a very bad breakup or previous experience in past relationship or relationships, that's going to make the guy even less wanting to open up about emotions. Now, all these are reasons, but they're not excuses, and that's important to understand. In next week's video, I'm going to show you how to help him share his feelings to help a man overcome these factors. But what are the signs that your partner is emotionally unavailable? Well, number 1, he struggles to show emotions. You find yourself saying things like, I know he loves me, he just struggles to show it. You can't imagine him going through much of a range of emotions. You find it hard to imagine him happy, him elated, him sad, showing vulnerability. You find it hard to imagine him showing really much of anything except being stoic. Number 2, he struggles to communicate his feelings. So he really struggles to vocalize any sorts of feelings, and you find yourself saying things like, I know he cares, he just doesn't know how to say it. Number 3, he denies having any issue at all. So he says things like, there's nothing wrong, I'm fine, when you know something is wrong. You can see their emotions happening, and he keeps denying that there's anything going on underneath. Number 4, he dismisses your feelings. So he says things like, no, you're just way too emotional, you're being crazy, this is too extreme, and you feel your feelings are being dismissed so that he can avoid his. Number 5, he gets defensive, and you even find him gaslighting, so making the problem about you. He says, honey, you're making mountains out of molehills, there's nothing wrong here, this is all in your head. Emotionally unavailable partners don't want to feel like it's their fault, and this is true of a lot of men, is they don't want to feel like their incompetency is causing problems, so they make the problem about you. So those are the signs to spot an emotionally unavailable partner. And what do you do if you've actually found yourself with one already? Well, the first thing is you want to be sure that you are emotionally available to him. Sometimes a man's emotional unavailability will be a reflection of yours. So could it be that you don't want to be vulnerable and express your emotions? Could it be that you want to stay in control? We're often emotionally unavailable when we want to keep control because we don't want to let someone in. Could it be that a parent was emotionally unavailable with you? So you replay that dynamic to the next person that comes along, i.e. your partner. You've got to make sure you're emotionally available in the first place for your partner to reciprocate that back. Number 2 is don't make excuses for him. Men do have the ability to be emotionally available. They just have to want to cultivate it. Number 3 is don't try to change him. Make sure that you support him, but change has to be on him. Fourth thing you can do is to find some couples stuff that you can do together. So maybe it's seminars or psychology, maybe it's counseling, whatever it is, something that you can do to help him work through it and support him with it. If he's willing to do that with you as a partner, then it's a strong chance and a good indicator that with time, action and focus, he could come good. And finally, number 5 is don't forget to watch the next video on this channel. I'm going to talk about how to help a man share his feelings, and I'm going to talk about strategies on how to have that conversation, when to have it, and how the male brain works so you can make a conversation about feelings more appropriate to him. Well, that's the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you've learned a lot about the emotionally unavailable partner from this video. It is one of the most toxic types of male dating personalities. And if you want to know about some of the others, make sure you download the guide, The 10 Male Dating Personalities That Lead to Heartbreak. I'll put the link up here and in the description as well. Make sure you grab that. It's free, my free report, and very important to know about these types of guys. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little bell so you get the notifications. Give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Leave a comment below. Have you dated an emotionally unavailable guy in a relationship? Do you think you could have an emotionally unavailable partner right now? I'd love to hear from you, so make sure you leave your comment below. I'll see you in the next video about sharing his feelings really soon.